Alright, I'm going to go over the center console. I'm going to do a handheld video here. It seems to be the only way I can accomplish what I want to accomplish here. So I'm going to be making use of these two buttons, the scroll wheel, which is also a button, and the same two buttons and scroll wheel and its button for the demonstration. And I will be doing a few things on the touch screen here. So let's focus in on the screen now, and you'll see that I'm currently charging at a wonderful 2 miles per hour on 120. That often usually reaches about 3 miles per hour of charge, but it's reading 2 at the moment. Probably because that's based off my projected range, and you can see my projected and rated are a little bit far apart right now based on the the driving I've been doing. So if you think of the screen as 3 panels, that will help you understand what we're talking about here. So we're just going to go across. There's almost 5 screens, but in the center we have the car. When it's parked and charging, you get that. When you turn the car on, you'll get a speedometer, which I'll show in a minute. You've got a screen on the left. Yeah, sort of not a screen really, but a sort of an area or panel almost on the left, and the panel on the right. This is one big screen, and what you can do is you can use the steering wheel controls to customize what shows up on the left and right hand side. In addition, if you engage turn-by-turn GPS, it will show up on the left hand side for you automatically. You can switch away from it if you like, if you don't want it there, but if I were to put something into the nav, it would take over this energy meter here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a couple things here. I'm just going to scroll the left wheel up and down. You'll notice that's just changing the volume. So if you just move that wheel around, that's what's going to happen. If you press and hold, then you get a menu of items to show on the screen here. So if you don't want anything there, you can do that. You can pull up media, and if I make this a useful demonstration, then let's put some media on here. So I'm gonna come over here and let's do something simple.
This is Sears. Exclusions apply. See store for details. Back to the music. Back to the music.
So the media shows up. If the radio station were coming in well enough, I'm surprised it's not. There we go. So now we've got the album title, artist, and now you can see that the Model S has downloaded the album artwork. So that's what shows up here when you do media. Move on to energy. That's that screen that we were showing before. It's going to be exactly the same as the energy here. And if you come over here and change this to 5, 15, or 30, it changes it over here as well. Move on to range, and that's the screen that was over here before. So you'll notice that what happened is it swapped the two. So I like to have this up to show me the difference between projected and rated. I have my projected showing up in the center here. That is an option, which I will show you in a minute. And trip information. Pretty self-explanatory. And since I don't have a route, then I can't select that option. On the right-hand side, very similar thing. Press and hold. You get the same options here, with the exception of instead of GPS, you get you get to control your phone if you're on a phone call. So I'll cover that in a minute. What I'm going to do over here on the nav, just to quickly demonstrate the turn-by-turn, I'm going to come in here. I'm going to enter in an address. I'm going to swing away just for a second, just so you don't see my my history here. So it's got a route in place now. Turn-by-turn information here, an overlay of the route here, and a nice embedded turn-by-turn here. Tells me what I need to do right now, and gives me obviously a map overview of current location. And like I said, you'll notice that nav isn't sort of grayed out now. You can switch away from it, get rid of the nav if you want to, or go back to it. So I'm going to press cancel on the touch screen, and this goes back to what it was before. Of course, you can see down here the status of the car, locked or unlocked, my odometer, the outside temperature, date and time, charge information, the physical car. If I open up the door, this thing reflects the physical status of the car as well. I've stepped on the brake and it's now telling me, sorry, you can't turn on the car because your charge cable is connected and we don't want you to drive away while that thing is connected. And let me demonstrate the phone. So let me see if I can. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to press on the top right hand button on the steering wheel, and you'll notice this little menu sort of slides over, and I can select recent calls or contacts. I'm going to go into contacts here. Here's where you see your sort of categorized, alphabetized list. If you wait too long, this goes away. So I'm going to go to make a call. This is my
Welcome to Reservation Request Conferencing.
You can control the volume of the phone call with the steering wheel. And if you press the top button again, you can control the call.
You have dialed an incorrect phone number or entered.
And that's controlling the phone. You can also so if you press the bottom button, this comes up. But now you can select between phone and customize. So this is how you can customize what the right scroll wheel does. So right now the right scroll wheel controls the climate control. So if I start scrolling, change the temperature. If I press the scroll wheel, it shuts climate control off. Now if I want different behavior, press the bottom button, customize, and now you can see, well, I want to change, adjust the camera here. I want to change media source. Let's do that. See what that's about. So if I scroll, oh, FM, AM, XM, Slacker, my phone. Okay. Easy enough. What if I want to do something different? Oh, display brightness. Okay. Scroll up, scroll down. If you press in, it puts it to 50%. In night mode, in day mode, I believe if you press in, it'll go to 100%. I'm going to put this back to climate control. That's pretty much the center console and your ability to customize it. So I'm going to take a break here. I'm going to cut in some new video. I'm going to disconnect from, actually, you know what, maybe I can do, I'm gonna have to actually disconnect the charge cable, so let's just do that. Follow me. And close the charge port door. So now you'll see, once we regain focus, the car shows off, doesn't show any charging information. If I step on the brake, we swap over to the speedometer. Now I have this on the left-hand screen because I have a door open, but if I close this, I'll get that back. Projected range information, current speed, speedometer readout on the left, power usage on the right. So going up counterclockwise is power usage up to about 320 kilowatts, and then and that's sort of an orange color. And if it dips down into regen, you'll get a green color, and that'll go down to about 60 kilowatts. You can see what quote-unquote gear you're in. And if you have cruise control, so this little stalk over here, if you press in on that stalk, this little light will come on. But what you'll notice, I'll toggle it again, you'll see this white indicator showing up or going away. And if you do set cruise control, this will swing up and show you the current set point for cruise control. And one last thing I will show, if we come over into controls here, and we go to settings, and we go into units and format, if we change the range display from projected to rated, you'll notice that says 212 mile range now. And if I hit this again and go back to projected, you'll see how that changes. If I change the temperature units, of course, on the touch screen, then I expect this to change 10 Celsius, 50 Fahrenheit. Time format, of course. And if I were charging, why don't I do that? I'm going to go plug in. We'll see what that looks like. So I've opened the door, and if I lift my butt off the seat, the car goes into off, or sort of accessory mode. So you'll see charging. If I go back in and I change charging units from distance to energy, you'll note that it'll go from 0 miles per hour to kilowatts and back. And similarly, switching between rated and projected range will change the mile per hour reading. So you notice it went down to 1 from 2, and if I go back, it goes back to 2. So that number indicates, if you're in projected mode, will indicate your projected miles per hour of charge. So if that, if you're plugged into 240 40 amp circuit, you're not seeing about 30 miles per hour of charge, then it might be because you're in a projected mode. But the most sort of accurate way to see your energy pull is to just switch it to energy, and you can see 2 kilowatts, which is about right for 116 times 12 amps. You should be seeing about 9.6 if you're pulling 40 at 240. I like distance, and I like projected, Fahrenheit, 12 hour, and that'll do it for this segment of the video.